On a scale of 1 to 100, how much percentage of Allu Arjun's passion do you have for cinema, obviously?
How much percentage of I have? If Allu Arjun is 100, I would say I'm a 60.
60. It's a decent number. But
Yeah.
అక్కడి నుంచి ఇంకా వెళ్ళడం అంటే చాలా కష్టమైన పనా?
He's grown up watching films. The amount he knows about films, he comes from a film background, from a production house, no? So the amount, why I'm saying 60 is, నేను కూడా చాలా passionate ఉన్నాను, కానీ తనకి technicalities కూడా చాలా తెలుసు, because he's grown up only discussing and watching films. So when we all sit and talk, there are films that they know about which are 30 years back that I don't know of, right? And they're like, they've grown up on those, like Kamal Hassan sir's initial films, or NTR Garu's films, or ANR Garu's films, and then they can talk about how cinema has transformed. But for me, when we were kids, I was into sports and I was into outdoors and army, and so I can talk about that life, but films happened to me only about 5 years back. You know, like I started watching films as such only about 5-6 years back. Even in school I never saw all the films.
Right.
So na knowledge anta restriction undi. So that's why I'm saying that there's a lot to learn from him. So I keep asking, okay, tell me some good 10 films I'll watch. I told him actually recently, I have to still collect the list.
Okay, what was the top of his top 3 names in that list that he wanted you to watch?
I don't remember. That's why I told him write and give me.
Because he hasn't sent you it.
No, he hasn't sent me yet. Actually, I forgot. I had to take.
Right. Now, I wanted to ask you about something very interesting that you said in a recent interview, that it hasn't sunk in yet that you're an actress.
Yes, still, I would say the same thing.
It's been what, 3-4 years already?
What? Yeah, Hemant, every time you make it 4 years, on 29th November 2016, I will complete 3 years.
But it still feels like a very long time. I don't know for what reason.
Just because you keep bumping into me outside doesn't mean that it seems like a very, very long time. It's 29th November 2016. Venkatadri Express released exactly 3 years back.
Seriously?
29th November 2013.
Yeah. 3 years, but you have done some really big films in the meantime, right?
Yeah,
Still,
just because I've been working back to back.
It hasn't sunk in yet?
Why should it? I'm saying, why should it sink in? Why do I have to know that, okay, I'm an actress and I have a lot of fan following? Why?
But that's not just about being an actress, right? Like
I know I'm an actor, and I don't have Alzheimer's that I go and forget that, oh, I am an actor, and oh shit, I didn't know that I had to go and act. But I don't want it to sink in, and I don't want it to affect me in a way that I don't want it to get to an arrogance level at any point.
You're probably talking about fame, not the acting bit.
No, even acting, yeah. You know, like I said it this morning also in another interview, that they asked me, so ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది మీరు టాప్ లో ఉన్నారు, బిగ్ లీగ్ లో ఉన్నారు? అవునా, నాకు తెలియదు. నాకు రోజు ఐ హ్యావ్ ద సేమ్ ఫీలింగ్. ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి, వాట్ ఎమ్ ఐ డూయింగ్, ఇది ఎలా ఇంప్రూవ్ చేయాలి, ఇంకా బెటర్ తెలుగు నేర్చుకోవాలి, వాట్ ఇస్ the new thing that I can do in my next films. So those are the things that I think about. If I start thinking about, oh, I am in the top league, అయిపోయింది, ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ క్రాష్ అయిపోయింది, ఫినిష్ స్టోరీ ఓవర్.
ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఎవ్రీ ఫిల్మ్ కి ఆ భయం ఉంటదేమో కదా?
భయం కాదు, కానీ ఒక
టెన్షన్ ఉంటది
రిలీజ్ కి, లేదంటే టెన్షన్ లేదు. టెన్షన్ భయంతో పని చేస్తే మీరు ఎలా ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తారు? I enjoy and I like to live in the moment, you know. If I'm doing a film, I want to enjoy every day of that film, because I'm getting to do something I've always wanted to do. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి నాకు అదే డ్రీమ్ ఉంది, నాకు ఆ అవకాశం దొరికింది. God's been great to me, kind to me, that I have it. So why not enjoy it? Why get into the whole rat race of నేను ఇప్పుడు number 1 ఉన్నాను, లేదంటే 2 ఉన్నాను, ఓ తను నాతో బెటర్ ఫిల్మ్స్ చేస్తుంది. All that is not needed, like, you know, I mean. So yeah, so it still hasn't sunk in, and I feel like I'm doing a 9 to 6 job like any of the other people. They also do a 9 to 6 job, I'm also doing a 9 to 6 job.
But you get to travel the world, so
yeah, and then wear short clothes and in dance in like really minus degrees, so that's something others don't do. Probably we only do it.
Now that reminds me of Bolivia. I want to know all about it.
Yes.
You've been going gaga about that place is shot in. Okay, for people who don't know already, Sarainodu is the first ever Telugu film to be shot
First Indian film.
First Indian film to be shot in Bolivia. And they shot on the world's largest salt flat, which we are told is a magical place.
Which is called Uuni Salar, and it's magical. It is surreal, unreal, completely. I never thought that something so beautiful existed on the face of this earth, you know. So eldaniki manaki 50 hours padindi, and akkada reach ayaka we had the last flight was a private jet to reach the Salar Uuni, which is a small village. Okay, it's a 2-kilometer radius. Akkada emi ledu asalu. I think population kuda chala takkuva untundi, and very poor country. The dogs are also poor. Everybody is poor. Like whatever you look around, everything is poor, and it's just so beautiful. It's on a high altitude. Hotels kuda normal ledu. We stayed in a guest house. You know, like they did it up. We had our own chef unit there, and that food. So kani next day location reach ayin tarvata we forgot everything. We're like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. Oka shot kuda first shot monitor lo chusin tarvata that 50 hours is worth it. All the pains that we had in our bodies to get there was all worth it.
It almost felt like a being transferred into wallpaper, no?
Yes, totally,
It's like
totally.
that,
And
yeah.
during sunset, you know, the thing about the Salar is that there are different areas. One is plain salt, one is textured salt, and one is water. You know, there is about 6 inches water all through the Salar. So we shot there also. So we were in water from say morning 8 a.m. to evening 8 a.m. because it's thousands and thousands of kilometers
Yeah,
of water. So you
right.
can't walk out, you know. So we were in water and the clothes are wet and all that. But evening sunset, everything is a reflection.
Right.
Everything, even a stone would reflect
Right.
in that water. It looks beautiful.
Now, what did you do to work out at that high altitude?
I did actually.
You did?
I did, and because obviously song kada, and it's not about me. Not like one day is going to make a difference, but
Right.
till the time I don't sweat out, I don't feel like I'm me.
Right.
So akkada high altitude lo
30,000
oxygen chala
feet, yeah,
oxygen problem undi. So when land chesin tarvata immediate ga em chepparu airport out, do not run even to the cars. Like just walk. There were oxygen cylinders,
Yeah.
and there were 3-4 people immediate ga oxygen kavali. They could not breathe. They were getting suffocated, and I didn't feel that. And I next day morning I worked out. So but like pichunda niku pichunda ante you'll die, you'll fall. How can you work out at that altitude? And then I was doing my burpees, and because there's no gym, so I had my elastic band and I'm doing some arms and some push-ups and mountain climbers and all that. So yeah, because I didn't feel it, because obviously as an army kid I've traveled in high altitudes and I've seen all that. I think my body adapts fast. And in the evening we were shooting in the textured Salar, so it was suddenly very windy there. Okay, like literally your clothes were flying, and I loved it so much. I was running in that, and there's no oxygen there. Everyone's like, get the cylinders, and I was running there because I was loving the wind. You know, it was like running against the wind with all being all over your face.